Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Three Ranger Bros Studios. I am, of course, Tai Tiger, the manager of the content behind the Three Ranger Bros Studios, and today we have another Tuesday upload for you. This week, me and the Red Cornish Ranger, aka Mark, are discussing our top 4 favorite dark sides of the Force users, and we picked 2 each, of course. And this is actually a very entertaining video because our picks aren't your usual picks, which I actually love it when we don't go down the obvious route. Sure, you can pick the obvious options, Darth Vader, Darth Sidious, things like that. But when you go down a route where it's so out there and so bizarre, it just makes it for a more fun video. So strap in and do let us know your favorite dark side of the Force users. I don't know how else to write it that way. That still confuses me. But anyway, do of course let us know your favorites down in the comments down below. Hit that subscribe button once you're here. Hit that notification bell if you guys haven't already. And let's go. Let's mix things up this time. We'll go, you do your 2, then I'll do my 2, because we did back and forth last time. So you give us your dark side members. I still don't know how to word that.
So I'm going to start off with an obvious one. Assad's Ventress. Probably butchered that, but Ventress from obviously Clone Wars. It's made a couple of appearances, I think, in Bad Batch. We really need I think we need a live action version, though. We need a live action one. If they are really doing a season 2 of Obi-Wan Kenobi, I think they should bring her in there because the chemistry between the 2 characters was brilliant as well, especially towards the end. There's really definitely a tension between the 2 of them.
It's funny, before we recorded, you said that guarantee now will cross over. I had like 4 options, maybe 5, just in case we did. Ventress was one of my options.
Yeah. Well, I was trying to work out, and there really isn't that many when you think about it. I mean, obviously, there is a lot of dark side users around, but if you go by the films and the TV series, there's not that many, and you can barely include the Inquisitors because a lot of them don't really have names as such. There's 6th brother and 5th sister, and
yeah. Well, with Ventress, obviously she was born a Night Sister. Obviously she got taken from her family and everything. Love the carved lightsabers. I love the fact that her lightsaber kind of sort of resembles Count Dooku's, which obviously makes sense because they're the ones that Count Dooku gives to her. And she's unpredictable. She's scary because obviously, let's be honest, the way that the Clone Wars portrayed her, like her animation and stuff, she's a bit terrifying.
She's a badass, definitely. And I mean, she started off actually technically as a Jedi, well, a Padawan technically, but she was trained by a Jedi before. But
yep,
yeah, Jedi Master got killed, and she got pissed.
Which is the usual with these sort of things.
Yes.
Yeah, Ventress is a great choice. I like how we both decided to go, hey, let's think outside the box here slightly. What can we do?
Well, the next one is definitely outside the box.
With Ventress, I feel like, because you said that we needed her live action, I feel like she's one of the only characters now we haven't seen, because obviously they brought Ahsoka into live action. They've done well with her, and I feel like Ventress is definitely now the next character that deserves a live action. And Obi-Wan would make sense. It would be kind of cool if they kind of did her storyline as a movie, like a prequel, kind of like showing us how she became the Ventress we know in Clone Wars. That would be kind of cool.
Yeah,
I wouldn't mind doing that. But yeah, honestly, yeah, good choice. Okay, your second pick.
My second pick is General Pon Krell from the Clone Wars. He's a big, beefy, double-handed bloke with a double-handed lightsaber, and he had zero respect for the Clone Wars. Not the Clone Wars, the Clone Troopers. Zero respect. As far as he was concerned, they were cannon fodder. You know, if there was a dangerous situation, it just send them out there, and well, what if we die, sir? Well, then you die. I don't give a fucking care. I'm not even going to call you by your names. You're CT 6925. As far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, everybody's just a number to him.
Yeah.
It sounds like our government. Sorry, I don't throw that joke on there. I like how both yours are from the Clone Wars. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. But I do like the Clone Wars series was good. I mean, I do feel like it got drawn out a little bit because you try to think that it's a 2-year arc. There's like 7 seasons over several hundred episodes. But it was a good series.
I mean, yeah, that's a long ass 2 years. But saying that though, in the world of Star Wars, who's to say a year is 365 days?
True.
Like, for all we know, a year could be 1,000 days to them. We don't know.
I think I worked out it's roughly every 40 something episodes would probably be classed as, if you divided it into sort of like 2 or 3, I think it was. Yeah, it's about every 40 odd episode.
So yeah, both your picks are from the Clone Wars. Great choices. And yeah, your second choice is basically he's just an ass.
He is, yeah.
He's just he's just a big ass with a lightsaber. That's literally it.
2. Well,
2. 10, yeah, 2. So basically, he's General Grievous without being a cyborg.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Which is cool though, because then General Grievous isn't the only person with 4 lightsabers. I like that because obviously, like, if you don't watch any of the animated stuff and you only go off like the films and live action things, General Grievous is the only character we have with 4 lightsabers. So it's nice the fact that they put someone else out there with 4 lightsabers.
Yeah, he's kind of like got sort of the 2 double ones, but they fold up as well. And when he hooks them onto his waist belt, they kind of fold into each other. Kind of similar to what I think Darkside Ray is supposed to be.
Yeah. Because hers is meant to fold in, I know what I meant.
Yeah.
Okay, so my first pick is a bit of a controversial one, but it's like the only thing I like. I went with Ben Solo, aka Kylo Ren. So I hate the sequel trilogy. It's a load of crap and it shouldn't exist. But I like the idea of Kylo Ren. He's, I think, like the only good character from the sequel trilogy. I like the idea of Han Solo and Princess Leia having a kid. Being Luke's apprentice for many, many years. And then, they wanted to give us a new type of lightsaber. And, the crossguard lightsaber is actually pretty cool. I like it. And the way they did the lightsaber is so static. It doesn't sit still. It vibrates differently and things. And I like the lore behind the fact of, he tried to bleed his lightsaber. He went a bit too far and it broke. So to fix the issue...
Up instead.
Yeah, to fix the issue of a broken kyber crystal, he kind of gave his lightsaber another access port to release the energy. Sure, some people may not like the crossguard lightsaber. I can see why some people are like, well, that's just dumb. But I like the fact that we do have a reason for it. And he gets redeemed. Again, don't like the sequel trilogy. He does get redeemed. He does go back to being Ben Solo. But I just love the whole idea that, he looked up to Darth Vader instead of Anakin Skywalker. He's looking up to that idea, and I thought that was pretty cool. So, my first pick was a bit controversial.
Yeah. you're gonna have a lot of the Star Wars fans out there going like, you should have chosen that.
Well, I think when it comes to people, it'll be more a case of, you didn't mention Count Dooku, you didn't mention Darth Vader, you didn't mention Darth Sidious.
But that's because they're the obvious ones.
Yeah, that's what we were trying to kind of stay away from, is the obvious choices. So funny enough, my second pick isn't actually canon to Star Wars lore, air quote. We'll air quote that. And again, it's someone who was born through Jedi's, does get redeemed at the end, but was also trained by a Sith Lord, and that is Starkiller. Well, his actual name is Galen Merrick. But he was born on Kashyyyk. Both his parents are Jedi's. Darth Vader kills his father and abducts, kind of like kidnaps, a very young Galen, and because of the rule of two, which states obviously there can only be one Master Sith and one Apprentice Sith, there wasn't allowed to be another Sith. So Darth Vader obviously keeps Galen a secret, keeps him hush hush, and trains him in the way of the dark side, and then obviously dubs him Starkiller. He literally sole purpose is to go around the universe and kill Jedis that are either been hidden for years or in training. And he holds his lightsaber backwards, which I always found was kind of cool. And if he was canon, he would be one of the strongest Force users ever to date.
Well, I don't think they've actually entirely said that he's not, but they haven't entirely said he is either.
No, the games have been stated they are not canon.
But isn't it in Andor? His mask appears.
No, I think that's for Cal Kestis, which is the character from Jedi Fallen Order. It's a different Star Wars game. He's Cal's canon, which is the newest Star Wars, main Star Wars game. But Starkiller's been dubbed not canon, which is a shame. The only reason why it's dubbed not canon is because the games both have two endings, and in the end of number 1, if you choose the dark side of the Force, you literally go around and kill Leia, you can kill Luke, you have to fight Obi-Wan's ghost and destroy that, and
basically Fable for Star Wars.
Yeah, and with number 2, you're playing as his clone, which both endings kind of ruin Star Wars, because on one you almost beat Darth Vader, and on the other ending you basically start the Rebel Alliance. So that's why it's not canon, because he went a bit over the top. But I actually spoke to my brother about this the other day, because he's a massive Star Wars fan too. And that podcast episode is actually out on the Tiger Nexus podcast, by the way. We did a whole episode of Star Wars, and we actually stated that what they could have done is just change certain things in the game and make him canon, because that'd be really cool that Darth Vader had an apprentice at some point. You know,
I mean, it makes sense as well, because even though they have that rule of 2, essentially none of the Sith actually obey it. I mean, if you look at Acolyte, Darth Plagueis's apprentice is obviously the guy that has that impressive helmet that blocks lightsabers, and he's 2 apprentices, and then obviously you're going on when you go through. Darth Maul was technically not an apprentice; he was an assassin, technically, or an enforcer. My choice of ours, Ventress, is obviously technically not an apprentice. She was an assassin for Dooku, but again, the whole rule of 2 was very, very mixed up, to be honest. It exists, but it doesn't seem to exist either, or at least not in their mind.
I think when it comes to rule of 2, I think it's more of a case of it has to be when they get their name. So Darth Sidious's apprentice is Darth Vader.
Yeah,
I think it's when they become a Darth, when they become an actual Sith. That's when the rule of 2 states. So Darth Sidious couldn't have another apprentice whilst he has Darth Vader.
Technically, Sidious's first apprentice would have been Dooku, because he killed Plagueis practically when he got voted in.
And there you have it, guys. We have our 4 dark side users. That was our top picks, of course. He picked 2 and I picked 2, and I think we did a really good job. Like I said in the beginning of the video, we went down a very strange, bizarre avenue here. So do, of course, let us know your favorites down below. What other video ideas could you guys want to see from the 3 Ranger Bros Studios? We've done things like top 5s and, top 10s, those sort of like lists. What else do you guys want to see when it comes to these top-esque videos? We've done dark side users, we've done Power Ranger swords, we've done different things like that. So do let us know what else you guys want to see from us, and we'll see what we can do. And that, of course, being said, I do hope everyone enjoyed this video and is having a grand Tuesday. Hit that subscribe button if you guys haven't already. Hit that notification bell so you guys don't miss another video, and we shall see you guys in the next one for sure. And of course, check out the shorts, check out the podcast here on the channel, and our Friday every now and then uploads, which are going to be a lot of fun as well. And with that being said, War of Passion, everybody, and we shall see you guys in the next one.